it's not supposed to hurt like that, right? I mean, it should hurt a normal amount, but this is like if a giraffe took a box grater and... Oh, hello, world. My guest today is an honest-to-good-God Renaissance man. He's done it all. He's a photographer, a streamer, an NFT savant, and all-around fun guy. Say hello to Trevin NFT. Welcome. Now, I know that I just introduced you, but now I want you to introduce you. Because, well, let's face it, you've done a lot of cool, interesting things, and because who knows you better than you?
My name is Trevin, or Trevin versus NFT, and I've been a full-time person in Web3 for about 2.5 years now. Always had a passion to be creative, and I turned all that into video production, trying to be my own personality. I personally love being in front of the camera, so this is a perfect time for me to show my knowledge of what Web3 will do and what I can do to help people.
Great. Well, let's kick this whole thing off with the reason we are all here, which is Sui. What is your relationship with Sui, and how did you end up here?
So Sui is actually insane. Also, for the majority of people, it's really hard to say it. You're probably going to say Sui. But it's always Sui. But going off of that, I was looking for a new basic blockchain to create some content with and really just be more involved in the whole sphere of it. And that's when I found about Sui. They were doing these massive spaces where 5 to 10,000 people were listening. Everyone wanted to be a part of Sui because it was brand new and the branding was on point. And then from there, I was deciding, you know what, I'm going to take the leap of faith. And boom, I started on Sui. And I've been creating content on Sui since July of last year.
As a fellow content creator, I'd love some insight into your creative process. You know, how do you get your ideas for content? Mine, for example, includes dark rooms, some jazz music, and a smidgen of Dime Tap added to seltzer water. But what's your process?
The process is honestly kind of insane. I actually just skim over X to see what is popular for that week, and then I make content. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I actually take those days to record content of what I want to be pushing out next week. I try to also do content for either Tuesdays and Thursdays or Tuesdays and Fridays to get the most out of Sui and just find out what is actually trending at that time. And to be honest, it's worked so far so good. And I'm over now 11,000 followers on X.
Outstanding, Trevin. So tell me, what is the best part about being in the Sui ecosystem?
To be honest, I think the best part about the Sui ecosystem is actually the community. Everyone has been so helpful and really inspiring to just make this the best experience anyone can have. I've actually onboarded friends. I've even onboarded my grandma to get started on Sui and experience why Web3 and Sui are the future of finance and also just giving you everything you want. So your keys, your crypto is probably my favorite saying because it truly is true. And the best part, in my opinion, is something called ZK login, where you're actually able to use a Google account or a Facebook account or even a Twitch account to create a Sui wallet in under 2 seconds and be a part of the fastest growing blockchain in Web3.
Huh, that was easy. Totes, malotes, dog.
Yes, that's very nice, but let's dig into some specifics for my personal benefit. I know you've just met me, but what do you think I would like best about being part of Sui?
I think what you would enjoy the most is how easy it is to get started. Just like I was saying, you can create a wallet in honestly under 5 seconds with just a Gmail account or a Twitch account, but then also navigating the whole ecosystem to see how this is the future. To be honest, on every single application you use, the UI and just the whole experience of Sui makes it feel like you're not even on the Web3 world. The whole goal of Sui is actually to make it so you don't even know you're using blockchain technology.
I'm learning.
And I personally love gaming. I have no idea if you love gaming, but gaming will be the next big thing on Sui, and I can't wait to push more of that content on my channel.
All right, now it's time for Would You Rather, the game that forces you to pick between two equally weird and regrettable options. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Have whiskers like a cat or ears like a bunny?
Ears like a bunny.
But why is that?
I actually grew up having a lot of rabbits in my household, and I just always fell in love with the rabbit.
I'm extremely allergic to rabbits. It makes my eye water. Clouds for hair or feathers for fingers?
Clouds for hair.
Hiccup every 30 seconds or random animal sounds when you stand up?
Oh, geez. Animal sounds when I stand up.
Eternal ice cream or bottomless french fries?
Ooh, bottomless french fries for sure.
Okay, Trevin, it's time for the wild card question. Here we go. What was the last thing you searched for on Google? No cheating.
Oh, geez. Probably the next flight to Bangkok. I'm actually trying to hopefully go to Bangkok next year and really try to grow a community actually in Sui.
Bangkok. I was there in 96 and I can't really talk about it, but let's just say I left with a whole new appreciation for tight spaces. And now we've come to our last but most important question where we ask you to predict the future. Will we ever have robots competing in the Olympics?
I think with the craziness of how Elon is turning iRobot into the future, I think we are going to see a special Olympics for just robots.
Thanks for joining us today, Trevin, here on Identified. And while I don't think I retained any of it, it was nice learning about you and everything Sui. See you next time. Get ready to feast your eyeballs on our Identified portraits. Say hello to the one and only Identified Trevin vs NFT. This is an exquisite piece. Call it art, call it magic, but just call it, wow, I want that! Either way, get your retinas ready because here it is.
From the folks that brought you Toastios comes Cannabos, the perfectly sweetened, perfectly balanced, perfectly edible way to start your day. Or have 15 bowls of it on a work night while you binge Bridgerton or some movie you haven't thought of since you were in middle school. Hell, we won't judge. I myself started watching 10 Things I Hate About You the other night, and you know what? It's not as good as I remember. I mean, Heath Ledger is really a standout, and there are a ton of recognizable people in it, but... Wait, what was I talking about? Oh yes, Cannabos! Yeah, they're good.
Welcome to Moments of Truth.
If you ever get lost in the woods, just stop and build a house. Congratulations, you're no longer lost in the woods. Now you live in a remote cabin. It's time for I Wonder Wheel of Fortune. Our magic wheel spins and delivers the answer to a question I will reveal once it's landed. Okay, here we go. And the answer is hype. Hype. And the question is, what is a meme coin?
Hey, what do you say? This is Sir Toaster for E. Birmingham. E is for extra. Broadcasting live from the bottom of the toaster, or as I like to call it, the gluten garage. We're taking calls from you, the devoted fans of Skip Truth. He's a man of the people, which is ironic because he doesn't like people. Which is ironic because people are people. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, it's time for Toast Talk. We got callers lined up. Let's see what's cooking besides me. Go ahead, you're on the line.
Hey, Toasty, if I lose my crypto wallet, is my Bitcoin gone forever?
That's like dropping your burrito into the void between your car and the center console. Your stash has gone where phones, fries, and humanity's last shreds of dignity disappear. Burnt toast, brah. Burnt toast. Thanks for calling, though, and good luck finding your vault. Now let's get back to some good music and positive vibes.
That's our show for today. Thanks for joining us here on Identified with Skip Truth. I'm your host, Skip Truth. And remember, kids, the truth doesn't have to hurt unless you shove it way too far up your...